It's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Rebels will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So the Texas Longhorns offense will get the first crack at it here. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup, and you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Rebels offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Manning. Makes the catch, it's Lockett. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Going with the ground game left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Ball. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in.
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught, close to the marker, it's Washington. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. To the ground with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got it behind the line. It's Rocket. And the Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll test the right side. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Trying play action. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Back to pass, it's Simmons. A strike downfield. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To the air on 1st down. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Gives it on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Manning. Makes the grab on the left. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. They agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. Trying to find the end zone, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Got his man quickly. No chance to run, but they still moving forward. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. The play action fake. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Now on first and 10 from the 29. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Got a man. It's Wingo. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And the Longhorns are on the move. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Going for it all. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American Fellas. Let's show you what's going down. East Carolina is just getting blown off the field right now. And like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to UTSA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Across the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Here's a heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Here's the punt high into the air. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. First play of the drive, wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Baxter. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. That's caught. It's Lockett. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Manning. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak, and very simply. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Got his man downfield. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Rides the back and leaves it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. Off play action. Finds his man. It's Watkins. Breaks into the open. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Hobbs. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff, it's Baxter. Still running at the 40. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pressure coming. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try and...
There he goes. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the red zone, it's Lacy. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Offense, quick tempo. Dropping back, it's Simmons. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Rebels have this offense rolling. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That was a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Alexander. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lacy. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it. They're short of the 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Unloads to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's got an open man. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. The give to the back. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they're going to try to convert on fourth down, 1 for 2 so far today.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2.
Turning it on! Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Longhorn! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bringing the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Finds his man, it's Lee. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. They boot it away. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And the special teams comes up special. He takes advantage. The short punt, he catches it, and you can tell, does a great job using his blocks, getting north-south, getting to the end zone for the big play.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Now the play fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Looking for more room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Rush is on him. Going to try to get it himself. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Here comes the Texas offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got some room into the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quickly complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Line is set on third down. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. The Rebels line up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
It'll be third and long. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought they were